Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ben with Eretabe Gardens in Georgia, Zone 8. Today, I have a nice one for you. Yesterday, I made a video. Fig tree stop growing after fruiting. And in that video, I said a subscriber asked me that question. And she watched the video and sent me another message that was not what she asked. She said after I encouraged her in June to pinch her fig trees, the trees produce a lot of figs after she pinched it. And I'm happy to hear that. She said, but they are small in size and they are not ripening. So I replied a question, and I told her again that I'm going to make another video to explain more. I explained to her, but not in details, as I'm going to do or say in this video. That hopefully she's going to watch this also. So she wants to know, why is it that our figs are small compared to what she has seen in my video, in other channels' video too? And everybody is making video of their figs ripening. Why is our own figs not ripening? So in this video, I'm going to explain about the size and about the ripening time of figs. Now, people think all of the figs will ripe at the same time. No. Why do you think people have more than 2, 3, 4, 5 figs, 20, 100, 500 figs? One of the reasons is because you want to have fig trees all through the season, starting from Breba. That's why I love having varieties that have Breba, because you start with Breba all through to the end of the season, fig season, in October, November. And some people that have longer fig season, like California, Arizona, Florida, their figs keep ripening till November for them. So, in this video, I'm going to explain why your fig ripens the time it ripens. So, when you have different variety of figs, they ripe at different times. You see, they will ripe at different times. That's why you have multiple varieties. Some figs will produce early. Some figs will produce in the middle of the season, and some figs will produce late in the season. It depends on the variety that you are growing. So, let me show you these varieties. Let's talk about size of figs. Look at this size here. This is a small size. What determines the size of a fig? Is it the fertilizer that you use? Is it the soil? Or is it the variety of the fig? I will say the variety of the fig. Now, I have fig trees that are fruiting right now. I have more than 100. fig trees that are fruiting, that have figs on it right now. And I give all of them the same fertilizer, the same type of soluble fertilizer, the same brand of slow release fertilizer, the same brand of soluble fertilizer. This is my little Miss Figgy. But to the right, look at this size. It is not the fertilizer or the soil that makes it to be bigger than Little Miss Figgy. No, it is the variety, number one. Now, you might discover that maybe this year the size of your fig is small, and then the following year is bigger than the previous year. And the reason why that happened is because some fig varieties, as the tree matures, so also the size of the figs. I have a hunt fig that I will take you to, and I will tell you something about hunt fig. But right now, this is the size of this variety. This is Eretabe's Delight. And this is Little Miss Figgy. Now, this is Letizia. Now, let me show you something here. This is brown turkey. Can you see that there are different sizes of this fig? Now, let me surprise you. Let me show you different varieties of brown turkey fig that I have. Look at this size of this fig. Now this one is getting ripe. That one is getting ripe. This one is getting ripe. But look at it. It's a small size fig. And here is another brown turkey. Look at the size. This size is bigger than this size of brown turkey. Now let me show you. These are all brown turkeys. Brown turkey. Now let me surprise you. Here is another brown turkey, so small. Here is another brown turkey. Now, these two trees are the same. They were one when I bought them, but it was like V-shape and I divided into two. This is my first fig tree you are seeing here. As I bought this in 2017. You can see 2 winters ago it died. And then it came back. This one died and it came back. But at first I planted them in the ground. They were in the ground, and the HOA where we used to live said I have to dig up all of my fig tree because I have too many fig trees in my backyard. Can you imagine that? So I was forced to dig them out and put them in this container. And moreover, they need a root pruning because they've been in this container since 2019. So it's time to root prune them. But this is the size they've always been. And that is why when I was buying those brown turkey trees, I asked the seller, what is the size of the figs? Are they small, medium? There was one that died. That one was medium size. And then there's another fig variety called Veins Brown Turkey. That produces giant size figs. That one died and didn't come back. It is still brown turkey, but the variety produces large size fig. Also English brown turkey, which is also known as Olympian, produce big size figs. So here are my brown turkey. I have 6 of them, and that's why even my improved brown turkey died, didn't come back. I think I'm still going to have another Veins brown turkey and replace one of these ones. Too small. But I want you to know that when they are ripening, they swell. Now let me show you this. Now look at this fig here. But when it starts ripening, look at it. The same tree, the same variety, but look at the size. It doubles, almost some 3 times the original size. But when they are ripening, they swell. They become a little bit bigger than the usual size. So this is one thing I want you to know, that each variety is different. Each variety produces different size of figs. If you see a fig that was small last year and this year is big, is because last year the fig did not reach its potential size. It is not your fertilizer that makes it grow big. If not, all of my figs will be as big as these or bigger than these. I'm going to show you. Let me take you. Oh, let me see. Look at Bogisel grease. It is usually bigger than this size. So next year, I'm expecting it to be bigger than this. Next year. Because this is not the original size. So some variety, as they grow, as they mature, the size increases. But look at my violet sepal. Look at the size of this fig. By the time it starts ripening, it will be 2 times or 2.5 times of this. Look at this one and look at this one. But next year, I'm expecting the size of this fig to be bigger. Now, this is my Black Madeira KK. Usually, it grows bigger than this. So next year, I'm expecting it to grow to its original size. Look at different sizes. Different sizes. It depends on the variety. This is my yellow Lebanese. It's a medium-sized fig, but the Breba is a large-sized fig. This is the main crop. By the time it starts ripening, it will swell. Now, this is my I-258. Look at the size of this fig. By the time it will start ripening, it will swell. It will be a large size. Look at it. Look at it. So, but look at this one. Let me tell you. Look at this size. This is my Nericiolo de Elba. Nericiolo de Elba. Look at the size of this fig. Now, look at the size of this fig and look at the size of the fig next to it. This is my Azores Dax. Azores Dax. Look at the size and look at the size. I give them same fertilizer, same soil, everything. I feed them same day. So is it my fertilizer that made the size of this one bigger than this one? No, it is the variety. Nerusello de Elba is known as a small fig, but the taste is powerful. This is the reason why I bought this variety. I rooted it last year, and this is the first time is producing figs. This is an expensive variety. It is. But do you know why I bought it? I know that it is small. I don't like small figs. I don't. But because of the flavor, that was why I bought it. It's an expensive fig. The cutting is expensive, but according to my Nigeria culture, that I close my eyes to buy the cutting. It means I made up my mind to buy it, even though it is expensive. But look at the fig. Is this the final size of this? No, but next year it will be a little bit bigger than this. But it is still a small fig. And look at my Azores dark. It's bigger than it. Oh, here is my white Madeira #1 that refused to grow. I rooted it last year. It struggled last year, and this year is still struggling in spite of. But look at the size of this fig. Can you compare this with this? No. But I own them. I feed them with the same fertilizer. Look at. I feed them with the same fertilizer. This is my other Bojo grease. Look at this size of fig when it see, it's ripening. It's not there yet, but look at this size here. But next year, I'm expecting it to be bigger than this. And then when it ripes, it will be bigger than this. You see? So it is not the fertilizer that makes it grow. I've seen videos of people saying, oh, look at how big my fig is. It's because of the fertilizer. No, sir. No, ma'am. It is because of the variety that you have. Let me show you this variety. I just made a video of it. Just look at this. It's not ripe yet. But the video of the ripe one, you will see it is giant. You think I don't want all of my figs to grow to be giant size? Just look at this. And look at this. I give them some fertilizer. But this is a variety. This variety produces large size figs. Some variety produce medium size fig, like this one here. See, it's loaded with figs. Next to this one that produce giant size figs. By the time this one ripes now, it will be giant size. You will soon see the video. It's called Terry's Beauty Fig. Look at it. But when it's ripening, it will increase in size. Now, this is my CLBC, Colonel Littman's Black Cross CLBC. Is this the final size of it? No. It's bigger than this size. I rooted this last year. So by next year, I expect this fig here, the size, to be bigger than this size. Because some varieties, as they grow, as they mature, the size of their figs increases. So if they are medium size fig variety, it will always be medium size. So when you see people making videos and saying it's because of the fertilizer they gave to their figs that makes the figs a large size fig. It is not. It is the variety of that figs. It is the variety of that figs. Look at my CLBC and look at my magnolia. Can you compare the two? No. Look at this and look at this one. Standing next to each other. And you think I don't want this fig size to be as big as this magnolia? Because by the time this will ripe, it's going to be a large fig. It will be 2 times or 3 times double of its size or triple of its size when it rises. Who is that making noise there? You see? So, it is not you. It is not the fertilizer that you give to your figs that makes it, that increases the size of the figs. It is not. Some figs will produce small, and some figs will produce large size figs. And look at that. So, this produces a medium size fig, medium size. So I have small size figs, I have medium size figs, and I have large size figs. Let me show you. Look at this one here. See, this one is ripening. That one too is ripening. This one falls between small and medium size. This one is at the top of the small size. So, look at it. This tree is loaded. This is my Ponte Tracer. It's loaded with figs. My Ponte Tracer, look at it, loaded with figs. Ponte Tracer is between small to medium size. And if it has not reached its full potential, by next year, it might get there. It depends on the variety. So it is not what you would do to it to increase the size. If the variety is a small size, the figs will be small. If the variety is a medium size fig, just like this one, by the time it will ripe now, it will be between medium and large size. But originally, look at the original size. It tells you what size your variety is. Look at my Black Tuscan. This is the first fig that is producing. Next year, it will be a little bit bigger than this next year, because Black Tuscan is a medium to large size fig. That's why when I'm buying fig cuttings or fig trees, I try to check for the size of the fig, because I want medium and large and giant size figs. I don't want small figs. But like mine, Nerusula de Elba, look at it here. It's so small. Hopefully next year it increases in size a little more than this, but it is still a small size figs. Go and look it on YouTube. Nerusula de Elba is a small size fig. There are people who knows fig, yet they've not made this size giant size. They've not made it medium size. It's still small size. So it is not the fertilizer. It is the variety that you are growing. Fertilizer can help it to get to its full potential. If it's meant to be giant size, it will still be giant size. It is not you that decide the size of the fig. No, it is the fig variety that you are buying. Now let me show you my aunt fig. Look at my watermelon. My watermelon is, I planted it a little bit late. Now this is my aunt fig. I have a video of it last year. I made a video last year. This is the Georgia fig. This fig was breeded here in the state of Georgia. Hunt, like hunting for deer. Last year, the size of this fig was smaller than this. Now, for those that know hunt fig, every year as the tree grows and grows bigger, the fig increases in size. Hunt fig is a medium-sized fig, but right now it's still under small. So as this tree grows and matures, so also the size of the fig will grow. There are some varieties like that. As the trees are maturing every year, the size of the fig increases every year until it gets to its full potential, and then it will stop there. If on fig is not meant to be large, you can give it all the fertilizer in the world, it will not grow to become a large fig. It will still remain its medium-sized fig. So that is about the size. Okay, let's talk about ripening. Now, figs takes between 85 to 120 days to ripe. From the day you see it like this, count 90 days. That is when the fig will ripe. Some takes 85 days, some take 90 days, some take 100 days. It depends on the variety that you are growing. It depends on the variety. So if your fig variety is the type that will ripen its fig 90 days, it will ripe 90 days. Now, like for this lady, she pinched a fig tree in June. So when will a fig ripe? Somewhere in September. June, July, August, September, a fig will ripe. So my dear, your fig is going to ripe somewhere in September. Now, if she had pinched a tree maybe somewhere in May, then by next month, August, she will have ripe figs. Now, look at my Zafiro. It's just producing figs. Now, these figs will ripe in somewhere in October, or it may not even ripe. Now, because this tree struggled for a while, even though I gave it mycorrhiza and everything, it struggled for a while before it started doing well, and then I pinched it. Look at it here. You see? I pinched it. This is a new growth from the pinching. These are new growth from the pinching. I pinched this, and I also pinched this. I think towards ending of June. That was when I pinched it, and then it took for a while for this new growth to start forming. It took for a while for the figs to start forming. So now these figs are going to be late. So it will be somewhere in October. So it doesn't mean because people are producing videos of their figs that are ripe, yours must be now. No. When you are buying your figs, either fig cuttings or fig trees, try to know the variety and when does the variety ripe. We have fig varieties that produce figs early, like Rendezvous, though I just rooted mine and it has one fig on it, but I'm not looking forward to it this year. I just rooted that one too, but look at figs. That is the fig going. I don't know if it's going to ripe. I just rooted it 4 months ago and it's loaded with figs. All these are new ones I just rooted 3-4 months ago, and some of them have figs. All the small ones in between. Some of them have figs. This one is just forming figs, which will not ripe. You know. This is my Rendezvous though. I just rooted it. I saw a fig somewhere on this. Oh, okay, here's another Rendezvous though. It has just forming figs. I don't think these ones were ripe. Look at my LSU Huye. Just producing figs that were not ripe. I have, this is my, which one is this? I don't think this fig will ripe. Here is my DSJG. It's just producing figs. So if I want to follow this, we're in July, August, September, October, and our first frost is happening in October, so that one will not ripe. But don't be surprised that some of my figs, they've ripened after the first frost. So as for your fig not ripening now, is because of the time she pinched a tree and the fruits started setting in June. So 3 months will be September. Let me show you another fig that I pinched in June. This one, my I-258. I pinched it in June and it produced these figs. Now, she said her figs are small, but I-258 does not produce small fig. It produces large fig. This is what I'm talking about. This is where I pinched it and then started bringing out figs, and then now it's forming second set of figs. This one will never ripe. And that is the new growth from where I pinched it. And this is the new growth from where I pinched it. But it produced figs after I pinched it because my 258 was not ready to produce figs. I have two I-258. I didn't pinch the other one and it didn't produce figs. But I just said, well, let me pinch one and see. I did not pinch this small branch. It was these two long branches that I pinched, but it helped this one to produce figs also. But the size is not a small size fig. I-258 is not a small size fig because the variety produces large size. So you can see after I pinched it. So I pinched it in June and it's formed figs in June. So July, August, September, before these figs will ripe. And then if it's the type that takes longer than 90 days, it will be in October before it will ripe. So I want you guys to understand this. that a fig takes between 85 days to 100 days to ripe. There are few varieties that will take 85 days, and there are few varieties that will take 100 days. Most figs varieties, the ripen its figs at 90 days. Now, this is my Wat Madera number 1, the second tree I have. Look at the other one there, that small one that refused to grow right there. But look at this one. Now, look at the size. It produces a medium to large size fig. That is the size. It is not the fertilizer that I'm giving it that made it to become a large size fig. That is the nature of this fig. Now it's producing second main crop. This is the second batch. I don't know if they will ripe, because this second batch will be in October. So I don't know if it will ripe or not. But this is what I want you to know, that the size of your fig depends on the variety, and the time it ripens depends on the variety. Here is my Martinica Ramada. Look at it. Let me show you. I pinched it in June. I pinched it. And after I pinched it, it developed all these figs you are seeing. It developed all these figs. I only pinched this one because this was a longer branch. But as a result of that, it forced that small branch to produce 2. It forced this one to produce 1. But look at the size. It's smaller to my I-258. But next year, I expect it to grow a little bit bigger than this, because Martinica Ramada is medium to large size fig. That is the nature. And it will take, and this will ripe in maybe late September. Now, Martinica Ramada is a late producing fig. But because I pinched it in June, it's going to produce earlier than expected in September. But if I had pinched it in May, it would have produced figs earlier. So this is what I am saying, that your fig will take 85 to 100 days to ripe. So maybe if I don't know the variety of a fig, I've asked her to tell me what variety it is. The variety of your fig will determine the size and the time it will ripe. That is the truth. It will determine the time it will ripe. So, this is it. Thank you for watching this video. Please like this video. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. And click on the notification bell, so every time I upload new video, you will be notified. Thank you so much, and I will see you again in my next video. God bless you real good. Bye.